Hey guys, Caller here, bringing you the exciting conclusion of the day's games. This is the second game of Group D of the round of 16 in the OSL, and this is between none other than Bisu Shield on the left and Intermind on the right. If you guys don't remember or have just started watching, Bisu and Mind fought for the MSL title 2 seasons ago in November 2007, and Mind came out on top against Bisu, who was the overwhelming favorite going in. Bisu had won the 2 previous MSLs before that, and Mind managed to topple him. So we have seen a rematch here, a grudge match between these two, both of whom are MSL champions, these two champions. And it's on the map Hwarangdo, or Hwarangdo, however you want to pronounce it. Here we have Bisu spawning in orange at the 11 o'clock position, and Mind spawning in red at the 5 o'clock position. Hwarangdo is the map that's famous for being a bane of Zergs in the new map set. It has a natural expansion which has both 2 bridges and 1 ledge ramp leading to it, and that natural expansion doesn't have a gas, which seems to have hurt Zerg a lot recently, just because Terran and Protoss players are able to use that ledge so effectively, and because Zerg really needs that second gas to get its macro going. But I'm not sure what the effects are on a Protoss versus Terran matchup. I do think that it does favor Terran a little bit, because Terrans off of 1 gas can still get a good number of siege tanks, which are just amazing on that ledge overlooking the natural expansion, and would be quite difficult to deal with for the Protoss. That having been said, though, I think that also Mind has been playing better generally than Bisu has recently. Bisu has been in a bit of a slump recently, and it will be interesting to see how well he manages to cope against his former rival of his. Although I wouldn't say it's any sort of bitter rivalness at all. They just happen to fight each other, and I don't know if there's any sort of real rivalry between these two players. It's nothing like a Yellow versus Boxer, or a Savior versus Firebird Hero, or anything like that. It looks like Supply Depot going up in Mind's base here. Mind, of course, is a fairly standard player also, and by saying standard, I mean there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Boxer might be exciting to watch, but sometimes his very unstandard plays don't result in victory. But Mind's a fairly standard player, kind of like C, but better than C, I think. Bisu, of course, is very creative, especially against Zerg. I feel it is his best. He's known for his Bisu build. He's actually weakest against Terran, unfortunately. So we'll see what he manages to pull here. Looks like he's getting his gateway and assimilator. So very standard build so far, and looks like Refinery and Barracks going up for Mind. So Mind looks like he's going to be going for a standard factory build here, straight to Cybernetics Core, it seems, for Bisu here. So both players starting off with standard builds, neither of them scouting either, actually, which is a little surprising. Bisu usually does get a very early scout out, but looks like he's forgotten that so far in this map. And looks like Bisu, just playing very standard right now. Probably not even getting a Zealot. Probably gonna just building his first Dragoon right now. And you can see those bridges and a beautiful Korean girl here. Perhaps the girlfriend of one of these 2 lucky bastards. If she is, then seriously, it better be Bisu, because I mean, Mind, Anyway, not to get into that too much. It looks like actually Bisu has made a Zealot, so he's going to be able to block the ramp against a scouting SCV. So this could indicate that he's thinking about doing something sneaky here. I'm pretty sure that was, if it's going to be anyone's girlfriend, it's got to be Bisu's. I mean, Bisu is just a handsome man, He's just, whatever. Mind just looks pretty boring compared to Bisu. Anyway, so it looks like Mind getting his factory up in his base, so far Mind unable to get a scout, so Bisu could be just faking Mind out, though, and making Mind think that he's doing something sneaky, and perhaps making him overcautious. Or Bisu could be going for something like a fast Reaver tech, which we've seen on this map quite successfully in the MSL previously. We saw Daezang use that. No, not Daezang. Daezang failed in doing this, but Jangbi using it very successfully. And looks like a command center being built here for Mind, and Mind just going to ignore the fact that he couldn't get up the ramp and just play onwards anyway. Range upgrade being finished for Bisu here, and interestingly enough, I don't see Bisu doing anything. It looks like he's actually going to get his expansion right now. So not going for any fast tech there, just trying to deny the scout anyway. Actually, no, I thought that was a probe moving towards his natural expansion. So no, it looks like he still hasn't gone for his fast expansion yet. He could be going for some sort of cheese here. We'll have to see. And looks like Bisu is going to try to come up the ramp here. It looks like he actually managed to get up the ramp. Mine did not have, I thought Mine had more units than that to deal with it. Bisu getting his expansion now. And Mine actually didn't have his tank out, and he only had built 2 Marines. I think that was a little bit of a mistake, though. Just too few Marines, and a little too confident in being able to defend. But now the first tank is out, but so has one extra Dragoon has come in. So actually Mine in a bit of trouble here. Mine might lose his tank here, and that would be huge. That would be disaster for him. And it looks like Mine is going to probably lose his tank right now. He's doing some good micro, but 2 more shots and that tank will go down. Looks like 1 more shot, and Bisu just needs 1 more shot with a Dragoon or Zealot to kill off that tank. And it looks like, oh man, no, 1 more tank, and the tank is down. So Bisu has managed to kill off the first tank, and Mine's in huge trouble here. 2 Dragoons are able to micro perfectly against these SCVs, and are just going to be able to pick them off. And it looks like second tank being created, but all these SCVs have been pulled off the line here for no good reason. I think if Mine just produced 1 or 2 more Marines, he would have been able to hold off that little bit of a push there by Dragoon and Zealot. And it looks like now the Dragoon's forced to retreat, but not before doing some economic damage to Mine, and Mine not able to land his expansion yet, and just all 7 SCVs being forced off the line is just really bad for the Terran player. Meanwhile, it looks like Mine's actually going for, Bisu's going for a Citadel here, so you could be following this up with a DT push. Unfortunately for him, Mine has spotted it with his SCV here, so a little poor by Bisu not killing it. I think the old Bisu would have definitely killed that SCV before it was able to get a scout in. It looks like Mine now has secured his perimeter with the siege tank on the ridge with siege mode. Templar Archives now going up for Bisu, but unfortunately for him, his tech was spotted, and that could prove to swing the game back in Mine's favor, because he's probably going to have to build a few DTs anyway, or he probably will anyway, but Mine is going to be prepared for it. It looks like he's choosing to get an engineering bay to deal with it, and he will definitely have turrets up before those DTs are able to do any harm. So unfortunately for Bisu, his tech being revealed, but looks like he's actually going for a robotics facility also, so perhaps now he's going to think about dropping into Mine's base instead of walking the DTs in, which could prove to be quite successful if Mine doesn't anticipate this move. And Mine finally getting a second factory up. I do think he was slowed down significantly by that harass, though, or by that push, I'd call it. And Bisu smartly is putting some pylons up there, perhaps just trying to prevent vultures from being able to run down that ramp easily. Although that will make it harder for him to reinforce if Mine somehow gets tanks up there by means of drop or just walking up there. Looks like, yeah, observatory going up there. Interesting position there, but I think it does create a seal at that location, so vultures can't get through. I'm not sure if this SCV will get through. Looks like the SCV gets through between the pylons, actually, but not going to be able to see much before it's dispatched by these Dragoons. Actually, Dragoons can't get through, so SCV survives. Not sure what was built underneath that ramp there, interesting enough. Turret being built underneath the barracks there for Mine, so that turret is going to be well protected from any units trying to snipe it off. Meanwhile, there's 2 DTs. It looks like they are going to be trying to walk into Mine's base, but this is going to fail. It looks like he's going to spot this, and it looks like he just spots it and runs away. That was a smart move there. Bisu very smartly anticipating that there was a